Time now for a story told by someone we know and love inside the halls of Boston 25, but you probably don't know who he is. Here's Walt McGraw with the very latest on one of our dear friends.
John Martin has ALS, and since he was diagnosed nearly 2 years ago, the people, sports teams, and organizations like Steve Buckley's old-time baseball game that have recognized John and his family have meant the world to him.
It's overwhelming. It's humbling. It's amazing.
John Martin is a videographer, so we felt it was right to have videographers like me tell his story. Hi, I'm Walter McGraw. I'm the sports photographer at Boston 25 Sports, and there are many other guys like me on the Boston sports team. We love John, and this is our shout out to him as he continues to battle ALS.
I've known John for 20 years, and he's always been the mayor, positive, a real people person, but he's going to tell you the way it is, and he's going to approach everything in his life with a bit of gusto, because that's the way he's always done things.
I've worked with John for 20 years, even before NESN, and you know what, he's a lot of fun. He worked really hard. He was really serious about his craft, but he didn't take himself too seriously in life.
He showed me the ropes and kind of like showed me how to be a photog and how to do, Red Sox camera, how to do Bruins game camera, and just the ins and outs.
And he showed you the ins and outs with a sense of humor and positivity that's unmatched.
I always described it as like relentless, and I used to always joke with him about it. I used to call him insufferable because it was like this insufferable relentlessness of like positivity.
It's impressive to see him still be positive and smiling and happy, but you can choose how you want to live your life, and Johnny's always chosen to be happy.
Everywhere you go, everyone knows him, everyone wants to say hi to him. This is every time I trained with him, it was crazy.
What's crazy is when one of your friends is diagnosed with ALS. That's crazy. What do? How do you act? Do you talk about it? Do you ignore the elephant in the room? It's a delicate balance, but there's a solution that's worked for John and his wife, Adrienne. A place called Cafe Martin.
It has become a phenomenon, and again, it just adds to the love and the support and just the day-to-day fuel and love that we feel.
That's where we could hang out and talk about everything under the sun and just be friends with John, and there were no problems in the world, and it was a safe space, and it really, as things have gone on, it's been a safe space for everyone.
Cafe Martin is now its own brand. You see hats and shirts, and everyone who's wearing one is showing their support. The money is helping out the Martin family, and there's no shortage of Cafe Martin gear making the rounds.
I'm not really surprised with the support that he's gotten, just because the community of photographers that we've worked with for all these years, we always support each other. I mean, whether we're in the field shooting and somebody needs a battery or something else, we're always helping each other out.
We're seeing national people behind desks wearing Cafe Martin hats, and that's really what it's come to.
We appreciate everything he's done, reporting on our franchise and the Red Sox, the Bruins, the Celts, and his lovely wife and 2 daughters are going through a rough time, and our thoughts and prayers are with them.
Whether you buy a hat or just say a prayer for our guy, know that every little thing counts.
The texts, the emails, the calls, the stops by Cafe Martin, like all of it fuels him, keeps him happy, distracted, loved. Our hearts are so full because of this.
Not only can you buy a hat by visiting boston25.com/Cafe Martin, John also just released a book available right now on Amazon. It's called Waiting for Greatness, Memories and Musings of a Sports Television Cameraman. I'm sure it's fantastic. Big thanks to Walt for telling that story from the heart.